What if the most dangerous person in your entire life isn't lurking in the shadows outside your home? What if they aren't some shadowy figure you've never met? What if the most dangerous person is the voice you hear when absolutely no one else is listening? We spend our entire lives trying to impress the world. We chase that promotion. We meticulously curate the perfect social media feed. We polish our public mask until it shines so bright it practically blinds everyone. But then the lights go out. The room goes silent. And that mask? It comes right off. You're left with the one person you can never, ever run away from. Yourself. Those conversations you have in the shower, on the long drive to work, or when you're staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. These aren't just random passing thoughts. Not at all. They are the very architecture of your future. They are building something, brick by brick, inside your mind. Think about a time you walked into a room full of people. On the outside, you looked calm. Maybe you were even smiling, nodding, making small talk. But inside, there was a war happening. A loud, jagged voice was screaming about how you don't belong, how everyone can see right through you, how that mistake you made 3 years ago defines you right now. And then there was a second voice, a much quieter one. It was whispering your truths, reminding you of your worth, your growth, your quiet, unwavering strength. But in that moment, when those two voices clashed, who did you believe? Most of us listen to the scream. We ignore the whisper. And there's a biological reason for that. Our brains are wired for survival first, not for happiness. Anxiety is loud because it's trying to save you from a perceived threat. To your ancient brain, the fear of social rejection feels as deadly as a predator in the wild. So your insecurities shout to get your attention. They want to keep you small. Because small feels safe. Small means you won't be eaten. Or rejected. But safety is often just another word for stagnation. It's a cage disguised as a comfort zone. We determine who we become and what kind of life we build by deciding which of these voices survives the day. If you constantly tell yourself you are a work in progress, you build a life of endless growth, a life that expands. If you constantly tell yourself you are a failure, you build a prison, a life that shrinks. Every single time you repeat a negative script to yourself, I'm not good enough, I always ruin things, I'll never get it right, you are laying another brick. Eventually, you can't see the horizon anymore. Not because the world outside changed, but because your own internal architecture blocked the entire view. It's time to start auditing that script. An audit isn't about fighting your thoughts. When you fight a thought, you give it more power. You make it the protagonist of your entire story. Instead, try being a witness. Imagine your thoughts are just data points on a screen. When that loud insecurity screams, "You're going to mess this up," don't argue with it, don't engage, just look at it. Ask yourself, is this a fact, something provable and real, or is this just a feeling? Feelings are like weather. They are intense, they can be destructive, but they always pass. The truth is the ground beneath that storm. It's still there, solid and unmoving, even when you can't see it through the chaos. The most important conversation you will ever have is the one where you stop being a victim of your thoughts, and you start being the calm, powerful observer of them. You are the only person who will ever truly know the weight you carry, the invisible friction you face every single day. No one else sees that friction. No one else knows how much courage it took for you to simply show up today, to even press play on this video. Because you are the only witness to your private dialogue, you have a profound responsibility to make it a kind one. You would never let a stranger talk to your best friend the way you sometimes talk to yourself. So why do you let that harsh, critical voice stay in your head? Growth doesn't happen when the world suddenly changes around you. Growth happens when the architecture of your internal world shifts. It happens from the inside out. It happens when you decide that your quietest, most authentic truths are more real, more powerful, more defining than your loudest, most persistent fears. Take a breath. Right now. Listen to what you're saying to yourself. In this very moment. Is that voice building a bridge, a path forward, or is it laying another brick in a wall, trapping you inside? You have the power to change the script, one sentence at a time, one thought at a time. Because at the end of the day, you aren't the thoughts you have. Not really. You are the one who hears them. You are the observer. And you get to decide which ones are worth keeping. Which ones get to build your future. The choice is yours. Always. Thank you for listening.